When is Roman Reigns returning to Hawaii? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Hello, we are always universe. As a huge Roman Reigns fan, I can't wait to see our tribal chief back in action. His last appearance after WrestleMania 41 had us shook, and we are all left wondering when he'll make his return. I've been scouring wrestling news and previous X posts to catch up. When is Roman Reigns coming back? What's next for the man who has been the face of WWE for an eternity? Let me break it down for you from an updated fan's perspective to ensure you don't miss anything. The last time we saw Roman Reigns was on the Raw following April 2025's WrestleMania 41 when Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and the truly despicable Paul Heyman stood in paradise on the floor after they beat up Roman Reigns. It was a tough watch for the fan base. Since that moment, he's been on hiatus. And guess what? He's absolutely allowed a hiatus. Roman Reigns has been WWE's MVP now for well over a decade, wrestled at the top of many WrestleMania cards, and held the Universal Championship for a record 1,316 days. The Bloodline storyline made SmackDown a must-see television show, even when we all had to watch from home because of the pandemic. As Jonathan Coachman posted on X, and as even some of the more business-minded fans have accused, Roman Reigns has received a lot of criticism for being a part-timer recently in WWE. Yet. This man survived leukemia and carried WWE on his shoulders for the past couple of years. He deserves a little rest and relaxation. WrestlingNewsSource.com is indicating that he is indeed taking some time off, and fans on X marvel at how much his absence from television allows reactions to be big when he actually does return. Whether he is taking some rest for himself before a title run, or planning a fresh new story arc. His legacy as a personality who held WWE together through thick and thin will never be tarnished. We are all just waiting for that epic entrance music to hit. When's the OTC back? According to WrestleVotes, Joe said in a recent Q&A with Bill Apter that Reigns is not expected back in the company until early June. Money in the Bank is June 7th, and I think he's probably a part of that show, said Joe. Probably not part of the Money in the Bank ladder match, but part of that show. So early June, I expect him back, I'd say. Although Reigns hasn't been advertised for it yet, there will be some X-fans hoping for a Raw surprise comeback sooner. WWE is likely saving him for a big moment, perhaps confronting Seth Rollins' new heel faction with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Can you just imagine if Roman Reigns showed up to save Sami Zayn or CM Punk and form Shield 2.0 to set off a rekindling of his feud with Seth Reigns is in an interesting position where he's dominated the main event scene for so long that it feels like he's running out of things to do. Perhaps the long-awaited feud with Drew McIntyre can come into play. Or maybe even he can be a part of John Cena's farewell tour. If Roman Reigns doesn't return before SummerSlam, then we will see him directly in August because he's already been advertised for SummerSlam and he will be there for SummerSlam. Everyone is super curious to see if a Shield reunion with Punk and Zayn is in the works. His return should rattle WWE to its core, and as a fan, I'm really looking forward to that acknowledge me moment when the arena explodes. Roman Reigns has been on hiatus since the Raw after WrestleMania, following a brutal beatdown at the hands of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. The tribal chief has reportedly been preparing for a comeback, though an official return date has yet to be confirmed. With Money in the Bank approaching, the event could serve as the perfect stage for a historic return and the beginning of the next chapter in Reigns' legendary career. At Money in the Bank, the Visionary is set to compete in the high-stakes ladder match for the coveted briefcase. Determined to reclaim his spot as World Heavyweight Champion on Raw, Seth Rollins will undoubtedly give it his all. However, just as he edges closer to victory, Roman Reigns could make a shocking return and spoil the moment. Reigns could throw Rollins off the ladder, igniting a blockbuster feud between the two icons. The OTC might then unleash a brutal ringside beatdown, sending a bold message to the Visionary and his faction. With Money in the Bank set to take place in Los Angeles, this scenario seems highly plausible, and it could serve as the perfect way to reintroduce Reigns into WWE's ongoing narrative. Moreover, such an attack could escalate the brewing feud between Reigns and Rollins to new heights. with WWE reportedly planning this year's SummerSlam as the biggest premium live event of the year. A clash between the OTC and the Visionary could serve as a marquee main event for one of the two nights. All eyes will be on how WWE builds this high-stakes rivalry moving forward. Roman Reigns and CM Punk are two of WWE's biggest stars, but they've never exactly seen eye to eye. During their last alliance at Survivor Series War Games, both men vowed it would be the first and last time they ever teamed up. However, that promise might soon be broken as circumstances could force them to unite against a common enemy. The Best in the World is currently embroiled in a heated feud with Seth Rollins and his faction on Monday Night Raw. Rollins and his crew have become a major thorn in Punk's side, and he's determined to put an end to their dominance. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns also has unfinished business with both Paul Heyman and Rollins. With these shared enemies, Punk and Reigns might be compelled to reunite and join forces once again to take down their common foe. Additionally, there's speculation that they could recruit Sami Zayn or even Jey Uso to bolster their ranks in this battle. Rumors suggest that WWE is currently planning a high-stakes tag team match featuring these top stars for next month's Saudi Arabian event, Night of Champions. However, the trio faction of babyfaces could lose the match in order to elevate the new faction of the Visionary. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are long-standing arch-rivals in WWE, and the impact of their feud still resonates throughout the company. Both are widely regarded as future all-time greats. Recently, the American Nightmare took a surprising moment to compliment the OTC, praising Reigns for his ageless appearance and saying he doesn't seem to be aging at all. Speaking on what you want to talk about. The prodigal son and his wife, Brandi Rhodes, discussed WWE stars who are aging like fine wine. Without hesitation, Cody named Roman Reigns, stating that the tribal chief seems to be aging in reverse, looking better with each appearance compared to the last. In previous interviews, Rhodes has praised Reigns as an incredible human being, despite the two not speaking often. The American Nightmare has described the needle mover as a phenomenal worker and someone destined for greatness in WWE. The Rock vs. Roman Reigns is, to many fans, the ultimate dream contest. It pits two men from the same bloodline who have defined generations in WWE, achieving unparalleled success. They were the faces of the company during its most prosperous periods, the Attitude Era and the Renaissance Era, respectively. This match represents the most marquee box office blockbuster main event WWE could offer today. In many ways, it's the actual once-in-a-lifetime, as it's unlikely to happen more than once. Unlike The Rock vs. John Cena, if it happens at all. However, current circumstances suggest we might not even see it once. While this may break the hearts of fans who have anticipated this match for decades, in this listicle, we'll take a realistic look at 5 reasons why Roman Reigns vs. The Rock may never happen. In WWE, Roman Reigns is currently embroiled in a feud with Seth Rollins and his newly formed faction, which is likely to culminate in one of the main events of WrestleMania 42 in 2026. Meanwhile, The Rock is shooting a high-budget, high-stakes feature film directed by one of Hollywood's greatest filmmakers, Martin Scorsese. Hollywood is unlikely to allow him to go build a feud or compete in a match at WrestleMania 42, risking his injury. With both men tied up in significant storylines and obligations, the timing for this dream match at WrestleMania 42 seems improbable. The Rock has enjoyed remarkable longevity, having main evented WrestleMania across 3 different decades. However, time eventually takes you out. If this dream match doesn't take place at WrestleMania 42, fans will have to hold their breath for another full year. The idea of Dwayne Johnson main eventing a WrestleMania at 55 years old, standing in a 15-20-minute match with bumps and falls, is a little far-fetched. The Rock is in amazing physical condition, and if anyone could still pull it off, it's him. But let's be realistic here. Age is clearly a massive factor in this, no longer being a good idea going forward. Apart from age, The Rock is also one of the most famous men in the world and a major box office draw. He is scheduled to plug movies, TV appearances, talk shows, promote his brand, and a million other things. If his collaboration with Scorsese proves successful, his schedule will only get more hectic. Even if his age permits a return to the ring, his demanding Hollywood commitments might not allow the time needed to prepare for and promote a high-profile WWE match, making the dream bout increasingly unlikely.